You know that feeling when you check your bank account and actually smile instead of closing it in horror. Like when you stop calculating if buying groceries means eating ramen for the rest of the week. There's a specific number where this shift happens, and it's not what most gurus tell you. Most financial gurus will tell you that you need $1 million, or at least six figures, to feel wealthy. But there's a much smaller milestone that completely transforms your relationship with money. Once you hit it, everything changes. That magical number is exactly $20,000. I spend way too much time studying financial psychology and why some build wealth while others stay stuck. If you want to understand the real mechanics behind wealth building, hit subscribe and like this video. When you think about building wealth, what comes to mind? Maybe a trust fund kid with no worries. Or perhaps you imagine someone grinding away for decades, accumulating wealth $1 at a time. The truth is, wealth building has certain financial thresholds that act like invisible barriers. $20,000 is the first major threshold separating wealth builders from those living paycheck to paycheck. Most people have no idea this exists. Think of it like pushing a heavy boulder up a steep hill. Getting started is the hardest part. You're sweating, straining, and making very little progress. But once you reach the top, it rolls down effortlessly. $20,000 is that crest of the hill. Everything before 20K feels like pushing uphill against gravity. Everything after feels like gravity helps you. The difference isn't just mathematical. The real magic happens inside your brain. When you don't have money saved, your brain operates in what psychologists call survival mode. Every decision is filtered through fear. You take terrible jobs because you can't afford to be picky. You stay in situations you hate and say yes to things you don't want to do just because you need the money. In survival mode, your brain literally can't think about growth. It's like planning a vacation while your house is on fire. Your mental bandwidth is completely consumed by immediate threats, but crossing 20K changes this. Suddenly you have brain space. You stop asking, "How do I survive?" and ask, "How can I grow this money?" Research from Vanguard shows just $2,000 in savings increases financial well-being by 21%. That small buffer creates a massive shift out of pure survival mode. Pushing that fund to 3-6 months, around $20,000, gives another 13% well-being boost. You create breathing room to think about wealth building instead of just wealth preservation. Let's look at the math. Saving $1,000 monthly at an 8% return takes 19 months to hit $20,000. That's a year and a half of discipline and delayed gratification. Most people give up here. But here's the crazy part. Your second $20,000 only takes about 17 months. Why? Because now you have that first 20K working alongside your monthly contributions. You did the exact same work, but shaved off 2 full months just by having money working for you. By your third 20K, the timeline shrinks more. Your money does the heavy lifting. At $400,000 in your portfolio, you can generate your next $20,000 in just 5 months. That first milestone feels impossible, but every milestone after gets progressively easier. You might think wealthy people have access to exclusive hedge funds or special opportunities. The real secret is basic math. 10% on $1,000 is $100. $10% on $10,000 is $1,000. Up until 20K, returns feel insignificant, but a 10% return on $20,000 is $2,000, real money. $20,000 earning 8% annually is $1,600 flowing into your account without lifting a finger. You use the exact same index funds and brokerages. The only difference is scale. When you save $20,000, you've fundamentally rewired your brain and built a crucial habit. Unless you make ridiculous money, saving this requires tracking every dollar and serious discipline. You had to resist blowing savings on shiny objects and do it consistently for months. You proved you can delay gratification. This identity shift affects every future decision. After hitting $20,000, you stop sweating a $4 coffee because your priorities are straight. You start seeing opportunities instead of threats. Paycheck to paycheck, a repair is a disaster. With 20K, a car repair is annoying, but not catastrophic. A broken laptop means an upgrade. A friend starts a business. Now you can actually consider throwing $5,000 at it. This is why money goes to money. Having money gives you options and opportunities. Around the $20,000 mark, you start caring less about micro expenses like generic cereal. You focus energy on macro decisions, optimizing housing, maximizing income, solidifying investments. Having 20K changes your relationship with work. You're no longer trapped in a toxic job. Suddenly, you have walking away money. You negotiate from a position of strength. You become confident, ask for raises, and get better assignments. It's a positive feedback loop. But many hit 20K and blow it on a new car. It's a seed for generational wealth, not a reward. The average person spends over $400,000 on transportation over 40 years, destroying wealth. A 30K car isn't just 30K. It's 200K lost in potential investment returns over 20 years. Everything gets filtered through opportunity cost to ensure you make intentional choices. 20K won't make you rich overnight, but it's the difference between surviving and thriving. Start building that foundation today. Your future self is counting on you.